welcome back to the Fermented World channel. Today we are going to be hopefully bottling this pear cider, which was made with apple juice from a carton and pear juice from a plastic container. So we'll say carton. So store-bought stuff. And we're going to take a hydrometer reading. Now we do have a load of pulp, which is slowly dropping down, but we're going to go past the pulp. We're going to take a actually no, before we take a we're going to take a hydrometer reading, because that will determine whether we bottle or leave it. Because if it's not finished fermenting, we are going to leave it. There is definitely a fermented smell. And we are very dry. Pretty much on the mark again, so it has fully fermented out. That's actually quite nice. That's not bad at all. So, now what we're going to do is wrap this off, get it bottled. So that needs to go in there without making any oxygen in there. Oxygen is bad, especially at the lower ABVs of, say, a cider. This started at 1.056, so that's probably in the ballpark of about 7% ish. I will find out and I'll put it up on the screen, but for now we're going to get this wrapped off. It's going to be a bit of a pain in the backside because of all that chunky mess. We're going to try and dodge most of it. If we get some of it, we get some of it. That's just how it goes. You can't win them all, but you can sure as hell bloody try. Still falling as well. Now, like I say, I believe that that is the pulp, what is left of the pear matter from the juice, because the juice was actually used to puree in the beverage, which I didn't really think through. First time doing a perry or a pear cider. Did a perry as well. I haven't uploaded the video of that yet, but by the time this one's uploaded, the other one will be uploaded. So you'll be able to watch them both. And I'll tell you what I didn't do. I didn't sanitize the sieve, which is what I intended to do. Now we are getting some bits, but that's to be expected. We'll take some bits if it means more beverage. It's not the end of the world, because it will settle out into the bottom of the bottle anyway, and then you just be a bit more cautious while pouring. I just heard that fruit fly. That was insane. Never heard a fruit fly before. Bugger off! It's mine! Okay, so that's what we've got from that so far. Now then, what we got there? 3.5 litres. Do we try and get it out? Yeah, I think we do. I think we do. What is the worst that could happen? Quick rinse, even though it should be sterilised, but I totally forgot, so if it knackers up then it's my own fault. But we are going to try and get that last bit of liquid out of there, because we don't want to waste it. Why would you waste it? Yeah, and the oxygen going in there is not good, but what's a man to do? I think we're not going to risk any more of that because that looks a bit gunky. It's still going in there. Now it has gone from perfectly clear to cloudy now, but that will settle back out in the bottle. It is not a problem. So we're done with that now. We've got our fill. That's all we're going to need. I'm going to go grab some bottles. Okay, got some bottles. Let's get rid of this. We are done with that. We no longer need that. And yeah, we're going to proceed to bottle. First of all, I'm going to take the bottle one and prime it. I prime it. That might not even be the correct use of the word, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to part fill this, because using a bottle wand with only one pair of hands can be quite difficult. So if we get some liquid already going into the tube there, when we do come to bottle it, when we pull it down, and with the gravity, it will continue to pull through. There'll be a little bit of a bubbles to begin with, but it certainly helps. Now, with the ciders that I do like this, I tend not to carbonate them, but I am going to try and carbonate at least one of these, just to see if it's possible. I know with beer you add a little bit of priming sugar at the end, so I'm going to use that theory and add some priming sugar and see if it works. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, I haven't lost anything. Maybe one beverage will just be a little bit sweeter than the rest. And now that it's got liquid all the way in the tube, it's a lot easier to bottle the rest. So I'm going to speed this bit up. Okay, that's it wrapped off into bottles. So now I'm going to, this one hasn't got a full amount in, so this is the one that I'm going to use as my experiment. I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon of brewing sugar. Make sure all that's in, and I'm going to see what that does to the beverage as to whether it carbonates it. Normally it does with a beer, but a beer doesn't normally go that dry. Beers normally have unfermentable sugars in, or slow fermenting sugars, which is what leaves there a lot of flavour in. So that is the tester. I'm just going to make sure that sugar gets dissolved. Now we've got a bit of a reaction going on, so that means it's going to be creating CO2. Now what I'm also going to do, because I've got my experimenting head on, I'm going to look for some other types of sugar, and we're going to blue is the brewing sugar. The brewing sugar is the blue top, I've got some brown sugar here, which I used for a mead. So I'm going to, again, just a tablespoon, sorry, teaspoon, not a tablespoon. So yeah, just a teaspoon. I want that go in. Bottlenecks are slightly different. So again, teaspoon. In you go. And just tip that up, just so we can make sure that the sugar gets done. Now we'll change the colour. So orange will be the brown sugar, and I'm going to get one which I'm going to use just standard table sugar, or granulated sugar as you may call it, and same amount. It's a bit of an experiment because the Vimto one that I did using obviously apple juice and Vimto, first bottle didn't taste very nice. I had to ditch the first one for some reason, don't know why. But then after, the second bottle was really nice. Gave one to one of my mates and he said it was really nice as well. So yeah, it was a good result, but I didn't try and carbonate any of them, I don't think. And if I did, it failed. So we've got a clear reaction with the brewing sugar. We've got no reaction, or not as much reaction, with the brown sugar. And we have got not a lot of reaction, but that wasn't the one I put it in, was it? It was this one. And a slight reaction with the normal sugar. So we're going to mark that one with purple. And I'll write down in the notes for this what it finished at, which was 1.000, pretty much on the mark. And there you go, that's it, bottled. The other ones I'm going to leave flat because I do like a flat cider. It's just how I like cider. Find them, some of them, the commercial ones you buy, just a bit too gassy. And that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Sorry, I'm back again. Really annoying to see me again, I know. I forgot to mention that the ones that I have primed for carbonation, they will be sat at room temperature for 2 weeks so that the yeast can reactivate, consume the sugars, create CO2. That is all. Goodbye.